In this tutorial, we're going to learn how to exclude directories and or files from our backup using Rsync, and we're going to use GrSync as our graphical interface to Rsync. And Rsync is a fantastic backup utility because you can set it up to back up everything, maintain ownership, maintain permissions, copy symlinks, copy hard links. You can set up to make a mirror image of whatever you're backing up. Okay, so I've got my file manager open. What I'm going to do for this demonstration is I'm going to back up my downloads folder. And if we take a look at my downloads folder, I've got 23 subfolders here. And if we take a look at the content, I've got 1,234 files in there and a total of 4 gigabytes in that folder. Now I've got an SD card. It's a 32 gigabyte SD card plugged in, and that's going to be our destination for our backup. So the SD32A here has a downloads folder, but there's nothing in it. Alright, so let's take a look at our GrSync interface, and as you can see, I've got my downloads folder selected as my source, and I've got the downloads folder on the 32 gigabyte SD card selected as my destination. And I've got lots of options here selected. But what we want to look at is I want to do a dry run. This little light bulb over here allows you to do a dry run. So it shows everything that would be done on this backup without actually physically doing it. Okay, so that's why they call it a dry run. So I'm going to select this just to see everything that's going to get backed up completed successfully. So if we go back up to the top here, so you can see all the folders and the files that it is going to back up. So I just wanted to go through the list here. There's at least one that I want to exclude from the backup here, and the page is a huge one, so I may decide to exclude that one too. But when you're looking for something, it shows everything in alphabetical order. So Thunderbird.tmp, there's a temporary directory here for Thunderbird. I don't need to back that up. So that is one folder that I want to exclude. So I'm going to copy the name of this folder, and I'm going to close this out. And then you go to the Advanced tab. You've got 3 tabs here. One is Basic Options, one is Advanced Options, one is Extra Options. So I'm going to go into Advanced, and right here where it says Additional Options, additional command line options to pass to the Rsync program. This is where we're going to put in our parameters to exclude the files and or folders that we do not want to back up. I'm going to enter in -- exclude, and then a single quote, and then I'm going to paste that folder, and then another single quote. Okay, so this tells Rsync that I want to exclude the following folder or file and or file. So Thunderbird.tmp is the folder that I want to exclude from the backup. It needs to be in single quotes, and also it needs to be listed relative to the root folder that you're backing up. So we go back to the Basic Options tab. You can see that the Downloads folder is the topmost folder that I'm backing up. All right, so whatever you're going to exclude, whatever file and or folder you're going to exclude, needs to be listed relative to the root folder, which is Downloads. So you'll see that there's no / preceding Thunderbird.tmp because it's a top level folder within Downloads. So the way I have it listed would be relative to Downloads. That's what you want. So if we go back to Basic Options, and now we do our test run again, and then take a look and see. Okay, so there's Thunderbird, but there's no longer a Thunderbird.tmp. So that folder is actually excluded from our backups, just like we wanted. Okay, so there's Page here. I haven't used this application yet, so I'm not even sure if it's something that I want to keep. So what I want to do, I think, is I want to go ahead and exclude Page 2. So I'm going to copy that top level folder for Page here, I'm going to copy that. I'm going to close this out. I'm going to go back into advanced options. And I'm going to go space and then dash dash and then exclude and then space and then single quote and then the name of the folder and then single quote. So this should now exclude that page subfolder in downloads. And the way I have it listed is relative to the root folder downloads. So now if we go back to our basic options and do our test run again, our dry run. Okay, so now if we scroll back up, we will see there's the Thunderbird folder. There's still no thunderbird.tmp. And then since everything is listed alphabetically, we can see the page would come right after OpenTX and right before PyCharm. So now this page subfolder is also excluded from our backups, exactly what we wanted. So now that we can see that our test run is doing precisely what we wanted it to do, right? And there's our two exclude statements. Then this little arrow here will make a full run. It will actually do the backup. So always do your test run to make sure that you're getting the results that you want before you make the actual run. It'll save you some time and headaches if you do that. But this is how that you will exclude folders and files from your backup using Rsync and GrSync as the graphical user interface for Rsync. So we learned something today. That's a wrap on this episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time in the Tinkerz Lab.